Hello, Internet, and thank you for joining me. I've been known to exaggerate a thing or two from time to time. Sometimes I do it for comedic effect, and other times I just do it because it adds some spice to my life. However, today I want to be 100% real with you and give you a little behind-the-scenes look at my life. So I woke up at 3 a.m. with a kidney stone trying to burn its way through my back. And after the searing pains subside somewhat, I try to head into my 9 to 5 a little bit early because I have a remote psychologist appointment. Little did I know that the psychologist actually was going to cancel on me just moments before the appointment was supposed to start. So I figure, fuck it. I'll just go ahead and do, my actual job. So I like to actually watch a lot of YouTube while I am working away, and I'm doing that on we'll just call it a Wednesday, and I'm listening to the breakdown of Death Stranding by Dumbsville, which actually gets to me. Now, I haven't actually played Death Stranding, but that's not important, because the story that was told to me meant that I was deeply affected by it. So I get done with that emotional roller coaster, and the next video that YouTube decides to autoplay for me is about the Diddy trial. Needless to say, this was quite a shocking revelation to me, as I was convinced this guy was guilty. But it was lunchtime, so I went ahead and heated up my rotisserie chicken and my ramen so that I could have some mediocre noodles. And oh hey, check it out. The new summer anime's out. What should I watch? So I check through all the little thumbnail arts, and I see one that pops out to me. And based on the poster, I'm assuming it's about a NEET that learns to make friends. Or, some shit like that. I didn't expect it to be too heavy, honestly. Either way, it seemed like something I needed to watch after I know that Diddy done did it. So I start up episode 1, and I am greeted with a fucking trigger warning. But okay, whatever, man. They're putting these things on old episodes of Recess, so I'm not too deterred. They're probably just being oversensitive to somebody, I guess. I press on. Boom! Smash cut to me 37 minutes later with my soul dripping out of my ass and my eyes leaking. It's almost like Crunchyroll heard exactly how my day was going and was like, "Hey buddy, need a pick-me-up? Well, you can get fucked, you little bitch." If you haven't seen this show yet, I implore you to watch it. I think the 3rd episode is out, but I wrote this script when only episode 1 was out, and I've only seen episode 1, so that's what I'm basing this review on. And I really think, after watching just that first episode, that this is going to be a really good show. So you should watch it. It gets my full-throated recommendation for those that are just here to watch my suffering and don't mind spoilers and want to watch me make a few jokes about some dead kids. Then Episode 1 of this animated gut punch starts with a jellyfish-like alien named Takopi. I've heard his name pronounced a few different ways, but we're going to go with Takopi, alright? Alright, Takopi is from planet Happy, where they do happy things. And he has traveled to Earth with the mission of spreading happiness. Yeah, this is kind of a running theme. So he lands on Earth, in Japan, naturally, and quickly meets a quiet, melancholic elementary school girl named Shizuka. Now, at first, Takopi is full of energy and enthusiasm, offering gadgets to make people happy, and not the kind of gadgets that make most of us happy. The ones that vibrate and gyrate, like the ones that they have at Adam and Eve. Damn, that'd be an awesome transition if I were sponsored. Any hooters. He quickly realizes that Earth is more complicated than expected, as Shizuka seems emotionally distant and is clearly struggling with something, and she doesn't take any of his non-vibrating happy gadgets. But she still helps Takopi out by giving him food and showing him some shelter. Throughout the episode, it becomes evident that she's being bullied and possibly emotionally abused in some other places. There's a less than 0 chance that Diddy is throwing a celebratory freak-off right now. So perhaps it was at this event. This comes to a head one day when Shizuka shows up to the park beaten and bruised. It's pretty apparent that she's been in some kind of a fight, and Takopi reckons she just needs to reconcile with the friend that she fought with. So he tries to give Shizuka the magic ribbon of friendship.
First time.
And for once, she takes it. And then, well, yeah, I was not ready to see this cutesy little jellyfish tentacle monster thing take the lifeless body of a 10-year-old girl out of a noose on my lunch break. But listen, if I'm being honest, I kind of did see it coming. As soon as I saw that this magic gadget was a ribbon, that's when I knew what we were in for. But honestly, the art, the way it's presented, the story surrounding it all just made it so much more grotesque that I couldn't look away. I felt very compelled to watch it till the very end because I knew I needed to see more of this world and why these things were happening. It was awful in the best way possible. So after that whole thing, Takopi ends up using a time-traveling digital camera to go back in time and try to help Shizuka. And we start to learn why she's getting bullied by this one girl, and there's something going on with Shizuka's mom and the blonde girl's dad, but we don't have anything specific at the end of episode 1. But we do get to cap off the episode with the blonde bully girl getting the absolute shit kicked out of her by her mom.
No, I feel like we're gonna puke, dude. I can't keep doing this to myself. I can't. Something's gotta change, brother.
Fun times. So, this stark contrast between Takopi's innocent desire to bring happiness to all the world and the harsh reality of Shizuka's life is going to set the tone for this story. One that will likely explore some deep emotional trauma and the limits of good intentions. And this is one that all the anime YouTubers are going to be jerking off all season, and I do not exclude myself from that. But this one did get me deep. I skipped quite a bit of the story so that you can experience plenty of it for yourself, even if you decided to spoil it with this video. So go out and watch it. I'm going to be watching it all season long, and hopefully it'll stay as good as it is now. Although I did spoil for myself and now you that there are only going to be about 6 episodes of this show. So don't look for a long time, just look for a good time. As good a time as you can have with a bunch of dead kids. And that'll about do it for me. I was a little light on jokes this time because I didn't see a ton of humor in They Shoot Horses, Don't They? Preschool edition. So here's some fart noises I made with my mouth. Like and subscribe, all that good jazz. Sayonara, bitches.